Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. What's up? I know I was going to record this actually. Shut up, Aaron. I was going to record this actually and make it into a video, but I thought, why? I haven't streamed in a while, so why don't I just do that? And I actually have everything up and ready to go, so it shouldn't take long. I mean, there won't be like a lot of dead air time in between, talking points or what have you. How's everyone doing though tonight? I hope well. It's this Sunday night. I know for myself, it's been a very busy weekend. Very busy at work. It was the weekend of the St. Patrick's Day parade, so most of the city goes out and drinks on that day, and therefore I'm very busy because I'm making the drinks. But it was a good day, good weekend. Definitely a good weekend. So without further ado, though, let's just get into this. So I don't know if you've been following Katie Joy's most recent freak out or whatever, but she has apparently struck up some sort of fight with an actual reporter. And they've been kind of battling it out. I like this other reporter, to a little bit of my disappointment, it kind of took the bait and jumped in and started going at her. And now I guess this reporter's husband's even spoken up a little bit. But I mean, I don't blame either of them. I don't, because anyone who finds themselves in Katie Joy's target or sites or whatever, we all usually end up taking the bait pretty much because, well, we just can't help it because she's such a bitch. And you just kind of, for your own sanity, you need to tell her so. So I don't really blame them, but the more that they do it, the more they're just going to. It's like positive reinforcement almost, only it's negative, but it's positive to Katie because then that keeps her coming back for more. So that's the only downside. Hi, Blizzard Fever. How are you? Well, I'm glad you're finally catching alive. Yay. So I'm going to start off with a couple of screenshots here. Where's the tab? There we go. So here we go. This is the first screenshot that pretty much kind of caught my attention anyways, about this whole fight and shit between them. I'm going to change that. Damn it. I don't think I like how I look in the circle. I don't like that one either. I guess we'll go with that one. All right, so this is without a crystal ball, Katie Joy, and she left this comment on. Okay, so this other reporter that she picked a fight with is Stephanie McNeal. She's a reporter right now with Llama magazine, and it was on Stephanie's Instagram account where Katie Joy left this comment under her. I think it was maybe under the Blake. No, it was under Stephanie McNeal's post about the mommy bloggers coming for Blake Lively. So here's what Katie Joy had to say. Stephanie, you are ignoring the point. You assume that we are all the same. We are not. We are reporting just like you, but we're not the same, but we're just like you. Make up your mind. I am. Oh, see what Katie Joy was doing there. So Katie Joy read the whole mommy blogger comment, and Katie Joy's like, you make the mistake of thinking I'm like all these other people you're talking about. No, I'm not like them. I'm different. I'm special. I'm not some typical mommy blogger. That's what everyone else is, but not me. I'm a reporter. We are reporting just like you. I am a small business owner. I have never said that I'm not paid. I am reporting on a public story the same way that you are. You are actually misleading your audience by claiming that you aren't beholden to editors who don't want to alienate their access to the celebrities that they cover. We, who the fuck is we now? I thought didn't Katie just say how we are not the same? But now it's we do not care about catering to celebrities. So she's a part of the we when she wants a group to bolster what she's saying. But when she wants to dispute something, no, you're mistaken. I'm not like that. You have not answered to the fact that you criticized Blake's promotion of the film and her interviews that refused to address the topic of domestic violence. This was the backlash that Blake received. You wrote about it. You interviewed experts who agreed that the promotion of the film was a mismatch to the content. Quote, what the first It Ends With Us controversy demonstrated is that the standard ways for publishers to market a blockbuster bestseller aimed at young women, merch, collabs with brands, don't exactly work when the bestseller in question contains graphic depictions of potentially triggering subject matter. Once the movie adaptation was announced and as the press tour began, this misfit of audience versus subject matter has become even more stark. Your pieces are written in first person, which is not standard in journalism and indicates that you are using a personal view and opinion. Glamour has faced dozens of controversies. In 2016, Glamour named U2's Bono Woman of the Year. Did they really name a man as Woman of the Year? I hope not. Glamour featured Amy Schumer in a, quote, chic at any size without her consent. Are you saying she's not chic? That's what it sounds like to me. In 2018, Glamour ceased publishing a physical magazine, thus placing Glamour as a digital magazine and in direct competition with other digital creators. Why insult creators for reporting? Most of us don't lie and don't deny we are being paid. Every media outlet using scandal and sensationalism to get clicks. You are guilty of this too. Now, first, okay, we're going to go up here to that. Here's where Katie Joy made her big mistake here and where she was factually wrong. And I'm going to say factually wrong, even though it's opinion, but I'm going to say factually. She says here, I am reporting on a public story the same way you are. We are reporting just like you. And goes down here. And I believe she says that again, right? Anyway, so she says, most of us don't lie. Oh, why insult creators for reporting? So Katie fancies herself to be like some sort of direct competition to Stephanie and Glamour. That's just a funny sentence. Anyway, so there's that. Next one. Mommy Sleuth reporting for duty. I am a liberal Democrat, small business owner, and my business is independent reporting. I find the trope as, quote, mommy sleuths to be sexist and reproductive or reductive to my uterus. Then why do you start this off with mommy sleuth reporting for duty, but that's sexist and reductive to my uterus? Like, you played into it, but now you're insulting it. Okay. Apparently, my only value to Glamour is that my uterus created a child. Well, now, why is it when you read Mommy Sleuth, you take that to mean that people are just calling you nothing more than mommy? There's another word in that. Why do you not take away from that Glamour is valuing the sleuthing? I mean, they're not. I mean, if you had any confidence in yourself, isn't that where you might have landed? Thus reducing my work into trivial and frivolous matters. Do better. Who approved this article? The irony of a magazine that reduces women to glamour, which focuses on fashion and beauty, attempting to be a leader in feminism. Real feminists don't read these magazines. You don't know the first thing about it. All right, there's that. All right, we're going to come back to these. Yeah, we're going to come back to that. So back to this one here. I'm just like you. We're doing the same job. We're no different in our reporting on this public story. Okay, so let's compare Katie Joy to Stephanie McNeal, okay? Let's see just how similar they allegedly are. Now, starting with education. Starting with education. This link here, what is he making? Sorry, someone here is making a lot of noise and I don't know why. Hold on a second. Cat and dog were fighting. Okay. So here we have this is a web page or whatever of, what is it? Minnesota, University of Minnesota, College of Liberal Arts, CLA class of 2001. So we're going to just do a quick search here for Katie Joy and see what it is. What was her major in again? Okay, so we do that and we get here. All right, have to make it bigger. Katie Joy Mansky, Spanish. Okay, cool. Spanish. Moving on. Now her LinkedIn we can look at. Because remember, we're comparing them. They're just like one another, according to Katie. They're both just journalists reporting on a story, right? Okay, so here's her LinkedIn, and let's see here. Okay, here's her work experience. After the University of Minnesota, it looks like she worked for a home mortgage consultant, or is I supposed to say home mortgage? I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's where she worked, and then after that, she worked at Capella Education Company as lead enrollment counselor from 2004. Well, it says present 21 years, but we know she's no longer there. But she was there till at least like 2013, I believe. So a good long while. So she says here, managing new enrollments in the School of Undergraduate Studies, vast understanding of many business fields and skills needed for success, achieved senior enrollment counselor, I'm guessing that's what it means, status in July 2007 after successfully obtaining 120% of my enrollment goal for 5 quarters. Mentor new hires, manage team reports for referrals, provide insight and help on obtaining referrals from our learners. Promoted to lead enrollment counselor after successfully achieving goal of 120% for 4 consecutive quarters. Manages the mobile leads for Capella University and works through Facebook and email to connect to ECs, currently the person of contact for all Aaron's employees. I'm not sure what that means. Have worked from home since May 2008. Well, that's interesting. Why was she working from home then? It's very strange, but whatever. This is Katie's, I guess, professional background, and maybe. So yeah, so now let's check out, oh, wait a minute. Let's look into a little bit more about what this means for Katie, okay, for Capella Education Company. Now, for granted, this is Wikipedia, but it's from Wikipedia that I get so many of the following links. Now, seems like Capella University ran into some issues with lawsuits and being sued even by the government. You know, the Department of Education, they had to audit the place in 2006. Now, what year was that again? Katie started working in 2004. Okay. So yeah, well, this thing here kind of breaks it down, but I'm just going to go through and pull up the links. These are the links that are cited for the Wikipedia. So here we have, this is from Yahoo Finance. And we're going to type in Capella because some of these articles can talk about this issue plaguing more than one of these for-profit college institutions. So I want to just focus on Capella though. So let's see here. All right. They stole my time. A 2018 lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Minnesota against Capella University, which recently added to plaintiffs, detailed the mess that some for-profit colleges were leaving students in. Go away, Ed. Students were actively recruited by Capella, owned by parent company Strategic Education Incorporated, for doctoral programs and ended up taking on thousands of dollars in student debt before experiencing significant roadblocks when they actually tried to graduate. The lawsuit alleges that this was a systematic problem across Capella University. And it goes on to tell a couple of stories here. And all of these stories are all of people where they had these issues from like 2006 until 2018. A good chunk of which Katie worked there for. But we're not done yet. We're going to keep looking over this. Okay. Okay, so now check out the next link here. So this is from March 12, 2008, okay? This one I actually had to pull up on the Wayback Machine. This was one of the links, like I said, on Wikipedia, but the link was no longer working, so I had to actually pull it up and the Wayback Machine. So here we have, it says, Capella University overcharged student lenders $500,000, well, over $500,000 audit fines. Capella University, an online for-profit institution based in Minneapolis, could be asked by the U.S. Education Department to repay more than $500,000 in student aid money. The department's inspector general has issued an audit in which it contends that the university overcharged lenders participating in the federal guaranteed student loan program and the department itself by a total of over $500,000. Says that Capella made a series of mistakes on how it calculates student eligibility for government subsidized loans, including failing to return all funds dispersed on behalf of students who dropped out before their first day of class. Now, which that means is that someone will enroll in the college, will apply for these government loans, the Pell loan or some the Pell grant, and will through the assistance of the recruiter at Capella, they will be approved for such loans. But then before or right at the very beginning of the semester, they decide that they don't want to attend and they will drop out, which means that their loan is then to be repaid back to the federal government. And this is saying that Capella didn't bother to do that. Capella just kept them kind of as enrolled and kept money and just didn't tell anyone anything. That's what it says. The university, in a written response to the audit, says it recognizes some past shortcomings in its methods and suggests it overcharged lenders by, about half as much as they're alleging. Capella also says it has made changes to prevent such problems in the future. Okay, that's interesting. So next we have, this was another one I had to pull up on the Wayback Machine. And let's see here. All right. Capella University settles lawsuit over time cost to earn degree. This was published in 2022. This is about the same lawsuit I was reading about 2 articles ago. The programs Mark or Pauleska wrote were designed to last considerably longer so Capella could maximize the extraction of tuition payments. Now, what happened here is that this lawsuit has alleged or claimed that Capella lied about its graduation rate and the time and cost of earning a doctoral degree, stringing along thousands of students with unnecessary hurdles to graduation. Because the doctoral programs were mostly online, students were isolated from their peers, unable to see whether others faced the same challenges, and said the students would assume it was just them and continue a fight they could not win. The allegations focused on recruiting emails, web chats, and phone calls claiming that the, quote, typical or average student completes their program in a certain amount of time, when in reality, Capella knew most of its students never graduate. Capella argued those marketing claims about time to a degree should not be interpreted as statements about its graduation rates, but 2 judges disagreed. Common sense leads the court to conclude that a representation that the, quote, average or typical doctoral student completes a program in a certain amount of time is a representation that the average or typical doctoral student actually graduates from the program. Otherwise, how would she ever complete the program? More than 1,000 Capella students who wanted their student loans discharged under the government's borrower defense to repayment rule. Some of these students had complaints similar to plaintiffs in the lawsuit. Okay, so there was that one. And, okay, that's it. So that's what we had for Katie Joy. So she worked for, and she excelled. She moved up in this company even. She didn't just simply work there. She did great there. And this business was a predatory loan program where people called unsuspecting victims, if you will, and made promises to them they knew that would not be fulfilled, gave assurances that to achieve these goals would be, well within their reach financially and, time restraints, and turned out they lied. Now, a lot of these recruiters, like, they were kind of worked on a commission type of payment. So I wonder how many, like, say, single moms, for example, Katie kind of nudged into bankruptcy so she can make those commissions. I wonder. Now, let's look at Stephanie McNeal a little bit here, okay? So I look at her, Stephanie McNeal's LinkedIn page. And let's see here. Senior editor at Glamour. About, I'm a dynamic and accomplished reporter, editor, and writer with more than a decade of experience in digital journalism, covering internet culture, pop culture, women's issues, viral trends, and societal shifts. I have a proven track record of success in editorial leadership, content creation, and strategic storytelling. I am known for delivering compelling narratives that resonate with audiences, and I've written a book, hosted a podcast, and starred in a documentary about my reporting. Oh, so she wasn't just an archival consultant. Wow, that can happen. For examples of my work, okay. Now, so we have this here, okay. Her experience, senior editor at Glamour, BuzzFeed senior culture writer, deputy breaking news director, trending news editor, trending news. And then we have news editor for Fox News. Okay, well, they can't all be winners, I guess, Education, University of Southern California, a bachelor's degree in broadcast and digital journalism and international relations. Wow, holy shit! I mean, she didn't just study a language, kind of. Okay, but moving on. There's more. Now, doing a Google search for her, I wanted to just read this real quick because this is one of the search results. It's under Google Books. It's talking about her book, but I want to read what it says about the author here. It says Stephanie McNeal is a senior culture reporter for BuzzFeed News. She is an alumna of the University of Southern California's Annenberg School of Communication and Journalism, where she received her bachelor's in broadcast and digital journalism with a double major in international relations. She's originally from San Diego, California, but now resides in New York with her husband, daughter, and cat. Didn't Katie Joy used to live in San Diego? I mean, I don't know how long she lived there for, but she did live there for some time because that's where she got her DWI. So I wonder if two maybe possibly cross paths or something. I mean, I don't know how old Stephanie McNeal is, though she does look a lot younger than Katie Joy. So there's that. Yeah. And I wonder if Katie Joy herself has kind of viewed Stephanie as to be competition to her and her efforts in her independent journalism. Because one of the other search results is to this website here, Muckrack. This is a website that I think still features Katie Joy in some of her blogging or whatever, her old writing and shit. I just thought it was interesting that they're both being kind of added and featured on this website. And I wonder if they've ever crossed paths or if possibly Stephanie maybe even wrote for Pathos or something. I wonder. Because Katie keeps talking about how Stephanie was fired from all of these media outlets or whatever. Well, so was Katie. I mean, Pathos has had a lot of people write for their website before. But very rarely, in fact, Katie Joy is the only example really I have come across where Pathos has scrubbed the entire website of anything to depict any kind of relationship with a writer in the way that they have with Katie Joy. They removed all evidence of her ever having written for their site. I bet Stephanie can't say the same thing about one of her old media outlets, right? I bet she can't. I bet that's something special just for Katie. I bet Stephanie can't do that. Anyway, so there's that. Let me go over here. I'm going to check chat, and then I'm going to go back to the screenshot stuff. Holy shit. Oh, my God. I missed some shit. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Purple Dragon Shell. Aw. Member for 40 months. Yay! Yay! Hi, Purple Dragon Shell. How are you? Hi, Grisella. Hi, what is it? Does it say Sam? Hi, Sam. I don't have my glasses on. I don't want to put them on. Hi, welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's it, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to go back to the screenshots over here that I started with. Because now we're going to just read how crazy Katie Joy is. I mean, we kind of already know, I guess, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. We already read that one. So I'm going to go through. I already read that one. She's not serious. If she was a serious journalist, her articles wouldn't be written in first person. Well, kudos to Katie Joy for finally admitting that she's not a serious journalist, because everything she writes is from her perspective. It's in her first person. Everything. Because it's all about her. Like even this right now, her reporting here is all about her. Christ. Then here we have. I'm now just going to jump back and forth a little bit to some shit about Blake, or Blake as well. Someone says, revisiting my comment, yes, Colleen's book are very problematic and very poorly written. Okay, Katie. But she agreed with, and I say that this is very likely Katie, because I have a list of screen names of Katie's this stemmed from the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. But the list of these screen names were all like these bullshit accounts made to push Katie's narrative on the whole Micah Stauffer reporting, or if you will. And all of these screen names were some variation of doing basically that. You know, it was like, where's Huxley? You know, like that was the name of one account, for example. You know, it was just stupid shit like that. So when I see team Justin Baldoni, team _ Justin Baldoni, I think that it's very likely Katie. I mean, I got nothing else to base it on. I could very well be wrong, but until I see evidence of me being wrong, I'm going to think I'm right. But she agreed with the project of the adaptation by Justin, who really wanted to focus on DV. So how did she come to follow Blake's stupid vision for this movie? Well, it's her fucking book. And the book wasn't just about domestic violence. In fact, there was a part of the story, but the story was more or less about her mother, Colleen's mother. These characters were inspired by her mother, basically. At least that's my understanding of it. And please, can you make a video about Blake's huge lack of education? Yes, make a video about how stupid someone is, because that's always a good look. I'm not saying Blake's stupid, but I'm saying that that's what they're saying here. She's only know things in surface, like when you only read newspapers titles. Okay. Katie says she only graduated from high school. She didn't graduate in Spanish from college. Only graduated from high school. I believe Ryan Reynolds dropped out. Why is that plural? Why is this Reynolds or Reynolds? Okay, maybe it is. But why is it possessive? Like they bought on that. Okay. I believe Ryan dropped out of high school. Neither have any college education. I know Justin attended college, but dropped out. I think there's a lack of education on all sides here about domestic violence. What is that? What you learn in college? Why would you go from talking about their lack of college experience to then say in the very next sentence, I think there's a lack of education on all sides about domestic violence, as if that's where that's how that reads to me. You need to separate your thoughts, I think. I believe Justin's heart was in the right place. This is the most bullshit thing I think I ever read. She's an idiot. But I think his choice of this book is a symptom of that lack of understanding. Or it's a symptom of him being a man. I don't know. I don't know much about the book. I can't really comment on it too deeply, but okay. I still support him not being falsely accused, though. Oh, she's starting to throw Justin under that bus a little bit. That's what it looks like to me. I agree about the choice, and there are so many books about DV that are accurate. However, he tried to educate himself about the subject as he partnered with, quote, No More. About Blake, I was talking more generally. The way she seems to understand feminism, for example, or even her romanticized perception of pre-Civil War era. Dude, everyone's got a time in history where they're enamored with, for whatever reason. If she's romanticizing in her head, or her perception is romanticized about pre-Civil War era, I don't think slavery is the reason why. I think it's the big bell-like dresses and the crazy hair and shit in the high society maybe living. I don't know, whatever. I don't understand it myself. It's not my chosen era and time, but I'm more of a 60s girl, I think. That look at the 60s and 80s. I'm fascinated by the whole Cold War. That's my part. That's my interest, I think. She grew up Southern Baptist. Family is from Georgia. I don't believe she's actually liberal, though. She claims to be one. What the fuck does that matter? What does that matter? And can't someone be liberal but just still disagree with you on things? Because that's why Katie's saying this, is because Blake doesn't seem to align with Katie Joy and Katie Joy's perception of being liberal. But she ain't the party, though. I wish he would have partnered with the National Domestic Violence Hotline, but they criticized the book, as did many domestic violence organizations. He was probably limited in his options. The fuck, it's strange. I thought she was wearing butterfly wings. I rarely comment on parents. Okay, I don't really want to get into the whole shit with Blake at this time. I don't even know why I downloaded all these screenshots, but I did. Okay, here we go. Back to Stephanie McNeal. Katie posted this, and Stephanie McNeal is saying, one final thing. The amount of insults and harassment I'm getting for this. I have people telling me I'm a bad mother. Okay. Should give anyone doing this pause. And that is so true. That is so true. I think someone's talking to me. Wait a minute. Cat's outside. I have to let him back in later. All right. To give anyone doing this pause, and that is so true. What does Katie care? What does anyone care, really? What Stephanie McNeal reports in her reporting? And especially if you didn't come across her article organically on your own activities or whatever on the internet, and you only came across this because Katie Joy put this shit out there, then what are you doing? If you're commenting, what are you doing? I don't get it. Stephanie, you insulted women that work as content creators and called us mommy sleuths. That should give some pause. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you're sleuthing like this on the internet, well, you're not doing it with an organization behind you, which I don't think that anyone's better than the other, whatever. But it's different when you have a whole media organization backing you and your efforts and basically ensuring you, than when you are just sitting at home in charge of yourself, answering to no one. There's a big difference. So, yeah. Stephanie can't really read the room. She can write an article and label women that work as content creators as mommy sleuths, then criticize these creators for being crazy and coming up with delusional theories about Blake Lively. However, when she is criticized, this should make people pause. Okay. Instead of taking time to actually report on the people involved in the story, she decided to write a hit piece about content creators while attempting to harm their businesses through the article. Well, when these content creators are not journalists, but they're acting as though they are journalists, and they're presenting and stating things as fact, even though they're not fact, and they're doing this without being beholden to anyone, then that can be called out. They should be taken into account when anyone reads their shit. And I'm of no exception here. I am beholden to no one. Exactly. You should pause for a minute before hearing my words and taking what I say or whatever to mean anything. Do your own investigations, do your own work. You can look at the shit I present, but then by all means look into it yourself. So yeah, I don't see the problem with an actual reporter calling into questions the actions and tactics of people claiming to be reporters who are not actual reporters. They're people just reiterating shit that they found in an internet search. That's what they're. They're not going out. They're not talking with people. They're not meeting with people. Even if Katie Joy calls someone up on the phone or whatever, like she's not seeing them face to face. She's not actually being forced to be accountable for her own actions and for any discourse that she may cause to the people she's talking with or talking about. She can just turn her computer off and that's it. It's all gone. You know, it's not an actual real life for her. This is just bullshit. You know? Instead of, I already read that. The focus is not on who is covering the story. This is an obvious distraction. The mainstream media cannot handle that the old way of reporting news is a dying business. I do think that that's somewhat true. Content creators are a threat to their bottom line. Yeah, I think that that's true. But I don't see anything wrong with it. But like, I don't think that the problem is with the creators. I think the problem is with the readers. That's what I think. I think people need to learn to be a little bit more honest with themselves, maybe. I don't know. And I'm of no exception. I spent the day watching videos by actual lawyers talking about this case. Lawyers that really had no stake in the matter. Okay? Not one of them believed that Lively has a case against Baldoni. None of Lively's allegations against Baldoni meet the legal standard for sexual harassment or a hostile work environment. As one lawyer said, being annoyed by your boss or thinking he's weird isn't a legal claim. Other lawyers pointed out, that's true. That's not a legal claim. But she wasn't suing them for that. The lawsuit came about because of the retaliation, the alleged retaliation through these social media campaigns or whatever. That's what made her bring the lawsuit. I mean, I think she did add sexual harassment or something. I want to say it had to do with retaliation. But I mean, when it was just the quote unquote alleged harassment, she wasn't considering a lawsuit. That came after with the retaliation, right? I think. Maybe it's both. I don't know. Other lawyers pointed out that a jury is instructed to view a case based upon the credibility of the person bringing the claims. If the jury can find at least one instance where the individual lied, the jury is instructed to discount their entire testimony. Yeah, and if they can find one instance where the individual lied regarding that testimony, not ever in life. Okay, you can be giving a testimony to something, like sexual harassment, but it could be revealed that you lied to your husband or wife once before about someplace you went. You know what I mean? It's not just any lie. It has to be shown to at least there to be at least one lie regarding the story of the alleged claim of sexual harassment. That's what it is. But she doesn't differentiate that. She doesn't make that clear. Examples that erode her credibility. See what I mean? Examples that erode her credibility that can be used in court. Lively has admitted in magazine interviews that she and her husband often lie on social media. Now, let me start that first sentence. She says that these are examples that erode her credibility and that can be used in court, where the screenshot before this, what she said was, if the jury can find at least one instance where the individual lied, the jury is instructed to discount their entire testimony. That's what she said here. But now these are these examples for this, but she says that they're examples of something else, but it gives the impression that they're not. That it's very unclear, and I think purposely so. Lively has admitted on camera that she lies to journalists because they don't, quote, fact check. it's not relevant. I mean, Lively has admitted in a Forbes interview that she obtains jobs under the pretense of being an actress. Then once hired, she admitted that she exerts her power to take over the film. Okay. Lively did not gain control of the film until after she forced them to sign a document giving her more power. This makes it appear as the sexual harassment claims are fabricated. What does that mean? Did not gain control of the film? How does she control the film? Because, like I say, no, it was still Wayfarer's production company that is credited with having produced this film. It's still Justin Baldoni who starred and was the director of this film and is profiting from this film. And from what I understood, it was Sony Entertainment who was promoting this film and publishing this film. And it was their premiere strategy that people were adhering to. It wasn't Blake's, from what I understand. I'm sure Blake may have preferred it as well, but ultimately, Sony Entertainment, they had control over that shit because it was their money backing this project. It was their efforts, their name backing this project. It wasn't, like everyone else was just profiting off of it, but they were promoting it. Lively claims that she did not speak about DV during the press tour because she was following the marketing plan. Yet she went off the marketing plan to self-promote her businesses. Okay. Or perhaps the marketing plan allowed for that. Or more importantly, didn't disallow for that, maybe. Here we have. Back to Stephanie. Her article is a harassment to women. She's getting the exact same amount of respect she showed other women with this article. Nothing more, nothing less. Katie then says, she used a large publication that's backed by Condé Nast to harass other women, which makes what she did so much worse than individual insults about her mothering skills on her social media account. Fortunately, she has a track record of consistently showing women in poor light in her previous articles, which reek of misogyny. Welcome to WAG World. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. That's Stephanie. She's been around for years. See, I feel like this is something more deeply personal for Katie. Like they've crossed paths before. Maybe in San Diego, maybe in other online publications or whatever. But it feels like Katie Joy is coming from a very personal slight, either imagined or real, I don't know, but she feels wronged, I think, by this woman, even before the whole mommy sleuthing shit. She's been laid off or fired from numerous outlets. Somehow she landed that Glamour, which is a weird outlet for a feminist. Here we are thinking women can work wherever they want and still be called feminists, but not according to Katie Joy. So unclapped. I don't know who this is. Just plain Zach. Hey, thanks for following. Your coverage has been great. Oh, Christ. Zach, listen, in all seriousness, I don't even know who you are. Whatever, I don't care. But if Katie Joy's a fan, it's only a matter of time before she becomes the enemy. It's like, literally, YouTube is like littered with people she's done that with. Here's Stephanie McNeal kind of fighting back a little bit. One final thing. The amount of insults and harassment I'm getting for this. I have people telling me I'm a bad mother. Okay. Should give anyone doing this pause. Without a crystal ball says, Stephanie, you just spent 3 minutes insulting people. Take some accountability. So we're supposed to take accountability when we spend time insulting others? Okay. That's just, oh shoot, I went backwards. I skipped over 9. It's giving, I'm going to insult you, but don't insult me back. She needs thicker skin. Okay, that's enough. I'm not going backwards then. And here, Stephanie's husband, I guess, came in trying to stick up for his wife. I mean, okay. Stephanie, tell your husband that he's lost, and I never told anyone to attack you. But you did, Katie. You did. Okay. You attacking her, and make no mistake about it, that's exactly what you did. You're setting the stage. You're setting the example for your viewers and your readers that it's okay to go and attack her. And then you showing up in comments on her Instagram to attack her with people is encouraging others to attack her. Then you showing up and replying to shit in your own comments, basically positively reinforcing the things that they are saying about her, is in fact supporting their attacking of Stephanie. You are just because you did not sit there and say go and attack her does not mean that your actions did not say please go and attack her, because they absolutely fucking did, and they're still doing it. But Brian here, her husband, says, or Stephanie's husband says, mommy sleuth versus bad mom. Big difference. Encouraging continued attacks doesn't make you the hero in this, but congrats on all the engagement. We know that's what this is about. To which I say, that's what this is about for your wife too. Okay, let's just be honest there. Let's just stop that insult. Anyone who's doing shit like this, promoting themselves on social media, and especially when they're fighting with people or doing anything inflammatory, it's maybe not solely for engagement, but that's definitely one of the reasons. Isn't that the point, though? In a way, I don't fault anyone for that. Katie says, I didn't encourage attacks of anyone, but you did. You are right there by being in this comment. You are encouraging this. Your actions, your time spent vehemently despising this person and coming for them and trying to point out all of their faults and fuck-ups, their firings, and everything you hate and disagree with is exactly encouraging attacks. Yeah. Where did I say attack Stephanie? Stop gaslighting. I really wish she could just grasp what gaslighting means. I mean, anyway. Glamour editor Stephanie McNeal made the decision to publicly shame and degrade female content creators in a nationally recognized digital magazine owned by Condé Nast. So the difference between what she did and what you did to her is that she did it in a nationally recognized digital magazine. Whereas, well, you didn't. Okay. In her article, Stephanie degraded women that work as independent journalists for not siding with Blake Lively. She accused many of us of not having our own mind, being brainwashed and part of the alt-right. I probably should have read Stephanie's article before I did this, but I didn't read it. Most of us are not alt-right, and many of us are covering a public legal dispute between celebrities, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, you're just covering it. So you're not fighting for people in it. You're not fighting for parts of it. You're not trying to assert your point of view onto other people. You're not shutting down people who are trying to have a discussion with you and your readers about this. You're not trying to form the narrative on any of your accounts. Okay. Stephanie believes that we are unable to read the court documents, evidence, and public news articles from August 2024 to form our own opinions. Oh no, I'm sure everyone's able to do that, including you, Katie. It's your choice to not do that. Doesn't mean you're not capable. It just means you don't want to, in my opinion. Many of us were on Blake's side until the evidence came out and proved that she was lying. Instead of Stephanie taking a deep dive into the toxic and abusive behavior of Ryan Reynolds, including but not limited to admitting to sexually assaulting a co-star, oh my God, a female co-star alleging she was forced by producers to sleep with him in 2005. Oh, really? Has it been established that it was one of his female co-stars and that it was him that they were talking about and it was that movie that they were talking about? Because I looked into that, and the claims that were made in this interview, time-wise, don't match up to when production of that movie happened. It's off by like 2 years. So, yeah. A death of a female stunt double on the set of Deadpool 2 movie. Well, did he kill her? Seriously, are you saying that he killed her? Because otherwise, why is that? I mean, why? Okay. This reminds me of like if anyone's ever read like the vaccine reports, the VAERS data, you would sometimes come across someone who was claiming that their their loved one was harmed by a vaccine because they were in a car accident or they were shot. That's what this is reading like for me. Trying to prove that Brian is this horrible person because on a film that he was in, there was a stunt double who passed away. Okay. His hostile takeover of Deadpool from Tim Miller, numerous former co-stars and insiders calling him out, and his ex-wife Scarlett Johansson calling him, quote, controlling, jealous, insecure, and wanted her at his beck and call. Okay. Even if that's true about the Scarlett Johansson thing, so what? Stephanie decided to attack other women who work independently. Right, okay. And reduce their reporting to frivolous, conspiratorial, alt-right, and harmful to all women. Now she sent her husband into my comments to claim that I'm sending people to attack her parenting. Where did I ever say she should be attacked? In all your posts and comments, that's where that's the example you exhibit and you display for people. So yeah. Did Stephanie consider she was attacking other women and their livelihoods by pointing out that you're not journalists and you are, in fact, mommy sleuths? I mean, just own it, man. Be proud of it. Nothing wrong with it. Dude, I think this is a pretty good, huge accomplishment. If you don't have the degree, if you don't have the education, the professional background or whatever to do these things, but yet you're making an incredible living doing these things, that's something to be proud of. It seems like the only person who's got a problem really with Katie falling short of these like prerequisites is Katie. So yeah. Okay. I'm self-employed. My business is the sole income for my family. I have a child with severe medical conditions and autism. Allegedly. Okay. This job is all my family had to take care of him. What? This job is all my family had to take care of him. Okay. Did Stephanie think about me and other mothers when she reduced us to only out for clicks and money? Well, how does that take away from your income? Because you make your income through clicks and money. And you're saying that this business is the sole income for your family. So you're saying that you're relying on this business. Therefore, you are relying on making money through this business. Therefore, you are relying on clicks and money. So, yeah. This is my job. Of course I make money. So where's the argument then? Stephanie makes money the same way. Her company's bottom line is making money of her attacks, of self-employed women that she degraded in an article, in numerous TikTok videos, and on Instagram. Or maybe she's pointing out the lack of professionalism in people claiming to be these professionals. You know, maybe you should have to answer for yourself at times when you don't have that credibility behind you. So just answer for yourself. What's the problem? Not everyone's going to agree. That's okay. They don't have to. So what? I mean, it seems like someone is very insecure here about this. Mom, oh, here we go. Here's the comment thread. Mommy sleuth versus bad mom. Big difference. Encouraging continued attacks doesn't make you the hero in this, but congrats on all the engagement. We know that's what this is about. I didn't encourage attacks of anyone. Where did I say attack Stephanie? Stop. Yes, someone jumps in. Tell your wife to apologize and write an unbiased article. It's that simple. Your wife needs help. She really got, holy shit. I mean, how do you come back from that? How does the wife or the husband come back after that? Your wife needs help. Okay. Who's we? Did he say we? We know what this is about. We, well, him and his wife, I'm guessing. Brian is Stephanie's husband in true feminist form, sarcasm added. If you have to write sarcasm at it, you miss the point. Stephanie can dish it and then relies on her husband to attack creators for her. Did Stephanie go into your comment section and give you shit? No. Stephanie wrote an article. You could have responded to that article. You could have wrote your own article in response to that article. But you went into her comment section and had lots and lots and lots of people follow you there to harass this woman on her own fucking profiles. She never did that to you. So this isn't Stephanie not being able to dish it or whatever. Or it's Stephanie not being able to take it after she's dished it out. She didn't dish it out the same as you. But yes, she's being made to take it in ways that she shouldn't have to. But there we are. She called her husband, probably went home crying after being condescending to hardworking women and name calling. No backbone either. I mean, I thought she was a feminist. Why not address the issue directly instead of hiding behind her man? Yeah, because we never seen Todd in the comments before. Like, I mean, I know myself, like, I did never experience Todd in these live chat, or was it the comment section under a video discussing myself and Steve McRae and something about a baby. But Todd made a comment about, I just don't know which one's gonna have the baby. Like, how old are we? But okay. Or what about all the times that he showed up on one of her streams or whatever? Or you hear him in the background running his mouth about the Reddit people or some shit like that, right? Yep. Okay, so let me, did I turn that off? No, I didn't. All right, so there's that. Oh, wrong one. Let's look at chat here. Where did I leave? Oh, wow. Hey, Koi. Hey, Tax Max Fax Thunderclap. Hi, Michelle. Oh, okay. That's who's okay. I never heard of Zach, but okay. I'm pleased to hear that perhaps he's not joining forces with her, at least not yet. Hopefully he doesn't, but whatever. Hey, Susie. Oh, it's Nash. It's Nace, not Nash. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about there. So I'm just as ignorant as she is regarding that. But thank you. See, I hate that. Now, I look like I sound like an idiot too, right? Because I trusted Katie Joy to have gotten that basic fucking bit of reporting correct, but she didn't. So now I look and sound like an ass, like an idiot too. Awesome. Thanks, Katie. Son is no longer medically fragile and also get told to get a job. Does there need to be a single family income? Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Susie. I don't know if I said hi, Susie, but hi, Susie. Okay. So yeah, there's that. Now, let me see something real quick. Oh shit. Oh my god. No, she did not just invoke that. Wait, I want to go check out her Instagram real quick. See, I'm in the Discord and I've been reading the screenshots that people in the Discord have been posting, which thank God they've been posting that. Like for real. And I just saw one that was just posted very recently. That. All right. I wonder if maybe it was less than this one. What is this? Stephanie's hit piece, as well as Taylor Lorenz, just took the stage, and Blake's attack on the hotel patron disappeared. This is a media game, and the influencers took the bait. Which attack? No one really cared enough about that woman's story, and overall, it's irrelevant to the situation. I think that person was kind of not full of shit, but not being entirely forthright about what happened, because I don't care who you are, even if you're Blake Lively. Yeah, you have to expect the fact that people will video you in public or whatever, but that doesn't mean you have to make it easy for them, or that you like it or enjoy it or that it's right. Especially in, like, a lot of hotels won't allow that. So it's kind of considered private property. It's not considered a public location anyway. So if they don't allow it, then the woman filming Blake was in the wrong. And then, as kind of like, what I didn't believe about that story, though, was how the following day, I guess, this woman claimed that she got into her mother's car, and then Blake came out and was recording her. But the girl who was recording Blake, who had the wherewithal to pull out her phone and record Blake in the hotel lobby the day prior, didn't think to pull out her phone to record Blake recording her in some, like, aggressive manner. I don't buy that. Especially since she's a TikToker. Like, I don't fucking buy that for a second. I mean, there's a lot of times I'm like, shit, why didn't I record that? But something like that would have been the first thing I did. Absolutely. So I question some things here. All right, I don't know where this I don't know where it was left. Damn it. Oh, right here. This is it right here. Someone says, his comment sounds like something his wife needs to hear. Katie responds, does he know that he's attacking a mother of a child with autism? She's using her son here to try to deflect or try to evade some sort of accountability for the things out of her shit mouth. She's using her son. There's no more clear-cut fucking example of her using and exploiting her son right here for her own advantage, for her own benefit. What kind of a fucking mother does that? Seriously. Like, I don't want to sit here and question people's mothering skills, because I'm sure people could have a lot of shit to say about some of the decisions I made in the past and whatever. So I don't like to do that. But that's just fucked up. Like, you don't get a pass by your kid's autism. You don't get a pass for your shit behavior that has nothing to do with your son by your son having autism. That's not how this works. Like, you're not entitled to his autism card, if you will. Okay? I don't know how else to put it. Like, you're not entitled to that. Like, oh my God, like, grow up, Katie. Grow the fuck up. Like, seriously. Become an adult someday. Take some accountability. Take some pride in some of the shit you say, even if it's shit things. Like, stand by it. Why you gotta hide behind your kid's autism? Why you gotta use them like that? Like, I'm sure he's gonna love reading this shit in the future, right? Oh my God. Someone here is mistaking defense for attack. Who, like he? This is a crazy statement. Like, who the fuck said anyone's beneath anyone? Like, I think, how to tell me what you really think of yourself and what you do without telling me what you really think. Anyway. I think a lot of people are obsessed. Okay, so someone here says, Stephanie wrote a book about the secret lives of influencers a year ago. She is obsessed with influencers. A lot of people are. That's how you become an influencer, by people, like, borderline obsessed with you and constantly watching the shit you put out there, the shit you do. You're influencing people. Yeah. Not saying that Stephanie's obsessed, but I mean, isn't that kind of the goal if you're an influencer? I don't know. She's been obsessed for years. How do you know? See, did you even run in with this chick virtually or realistically? Like, did you? I wonder. Stephanie, and She's been obsessed for years. Taylor Lorenz, Stephanie, and Kat Tenberg. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know who she is. I just don't know how to pronounce her last name. They've all been fired by multiple outlets. All claim to be feminists that know more than us. I'm sorry. Where was this a competition to who knew more? And when did they make this claim? They may think you're an idiot, but that doesn't mean that they know more than you or that they're asserting that. That just means that they think you're an idiot. I've known a lot of very smart idiots. And all believe we are alt-right. I'm starting to wonder that myself. I'm college educated barely and a registered Democrat. I'm not an influencer. But if you could be right, if only you could be. I'm an independent journalist, but you tell your stories in first person. So you do your reporting from first person. So you're not a serious journalist, right? You're not, by your own admission. And small business owner. Okay. Every person with an OnlyFans account could technically call themselves a small business owner, I think. So. Oh my God, I thought that they said Sony Bukkake for a second. Holy shit. I gotta wear my glasses. Stephanie is a victim of fuck around and find out. Is she? Is she a victim of that? Really? I think she's a victim of propaganda. This is diabolical. Why would he even respond? Why is it diabolical that the woman's husband came to her defense? I'm sorry you don't have that type of husband. You don't get to create situations and then cry for your husband when folks read you for filth. Why doesn't she? Why doesn't she? I mean, sure, it may present a certain profile if something like that were to happen to that degree, but I mean, she's able to do that. She can do that. You can disagree with it, but she can do that. This made me cackle. She gotta grow up. Oh my God. She's the actual journalist. She went to college. She has a bachelor's degree in online communications and journalism and a double major in international relations. How is she not grown? And why is mommy so such an attack in their minds? Seriously. It's a testament. Say that what Stephanie has been saying, has called them, at least in their mind. Let's say that their claims, their allegations are correct and that Stephanie degraded them with this statement. Mommy sleuthers. Okay, mommy sleuthers. Yeah. Let's say that this was a degradation of sorts and it's true. But isn't that some sort of testament to the fact that you are this lowbrow type of person, but you've risen up to a point where you can make really good income by being exactly who you are and doing it by talking about shit online. That's a testament. Like, why would you not see the positive in that? I mean, Stephanie had to go to college and earn 2 degrees and do all of this work in a relative field here and there to get to the point she's at. What the fuck did you have to do? Seriously. You sat at home and looked shit up and then you talked about it. And you're not far from each other here in this world. I would be proud of that. I don't know. The fact that you can't see that, the fact that you just see this is nothing more than an insult. You have to tear this other woman down for daring to confront you with exactly who you are and what you are. It's crazy. Like, you the problem. dude. You're the problem in your own mind, even. You just don't realize it. She shut her comments up too. What a coward. No. Okay, so I'm glad. So, all right. So, Lisa 5771 Marie here thinks that she's a coward for shutting off her comments. So that means that Katie Troy is also a coward for all the time she shuts off her comments. In fact, wasn't there a post just like yesterday or the day before where she shut off comments? Coward. I love that though. Oh, Lisa had to say it twice even. Oh, here we go. Katie Joy chimed in, writes a whole article degrading and name-calling women, cries when people respond. Okay. It's like the narcissist brainless journalist playbook. Slew defamatory allegations and words, then shut off the comments. Someone depose her or subpoena her for what? Katie says, I mean, either ignore the criticism or grow a thicker skin. This woman is wild. See, the fact that you reply to that comment in support of what they're saying, and then added to it is in fact you supporting people going to this woman's shit and blowing her shit up. You're supporting this behavior. You are. You're, in fact, leading the charge, in my opinion, too. You are a shit person. You are. Like, you're a child. You're a fucking child. Like, this reminds me of someone, of like a child who cannot properly articulate his emotions or his or her emotions with words. So, therefore, they result to a temper tantrum. Like, I feel like Katie doesn't know the words right now. So, but I feel like she hasn't known the words really to describe her emotions for like a decade. And this is one long tantrum. Oh, she's saying that again? Oh, no, she's not. Okay. I hate these. They always show the same comments. What the hell? Like, they showed a lot of the comments twice. There we go. Anyways, that's crazy though. She's exploiting her own fucking kid and his autism, alleged autism. I'm going to say I don't care I base this allegedness strictly on Katie Joy's own history of reporting on such matters, because she seems to have not been able to make up her mind what her son's diagnosis was. So I wonder if she ever did. Right, I'm not gonna get into whole Blake shit right now. Yeah, so she's been coming for Stephanie for a couple of days now, it looks like. Okay. Right here, I think. Yeah, this is the first one that I found. All right. Glamour journalist Stephanie McNeal is attacking content creators that are spreading a hate campaign against Blake Lively. However, Stephanie's own reporting from August 9, 2024 highlights her own criticism of Blake Lively's promotion of the film. Even if that's true, she can disagree and criticize something Blake Lively did in 2024 and still find fault in this hate campaign that she's witnessing. Because you can disagree with the promotion of a film without resorting to these mass hate campaigns, trying to cancel someone or destroy them in any manner of the word you can, simply because you disagree with a film promotion. Like, that's ridiculous. The fact that you are, because she criticized her, what, she should then also be on your side? Is that it? McNeal's August article outlined the serious issues about the marketing of the film and Blake Lively downplaying domestic violence. McNeal praised Justin Baldoni for speaking about DV in his interviews while criticizing Blake for refusing to address the topic. McNeal brought in experts to solidify her position that Blake Lively and Colleen Hoover failed to take the subject matter seriously. I already read this, didn't I? Yeah. These criticisms are valid, but now Stephanie McNeal wants us to forget that she had those same opinions before the lawsuit was filed. It's not the fact that anyone has these opinions or that even that they're sharing these opinions. There's nothing wrong. Nobody cares. But you're not simply sharing an opinion when you're coming for Blake and criticizing her because she didn't go to college or because you found out where she got married or because someone somewhere said something about her. That has nothing to do with the film promotion. Like, seriously, you're looking for an excuse to hate on her. And you think you found a bunch of excuses to hate on her. Well, in your own mind you did, but and to anyone else watching, they think you're crazy. You know? Google's free and the internet lives forever. I guess she is a mommy sleuth too. I mean, my mommy sleuth is a small business that I've run for 7 years. The business that supports my family, but I suppose I'm just a mom. No one said you were just a mom, but and even if someone did, what just a mom? Just a mom. You gotta know about yourself enough to know that you're not just a mom. Other people may think that, but you gotta know that being a mom isn't just being a mom. It's so much more than that. I'm sorry that you don't see that for yourself. Like, that's so sad. My God. That's what we mommy sleuths call reverse Uno. Oh, gee. Let me see here. I want to check out this account real quick because there's only one person I ever heard use the phrase reverse Uno, and that was Katie. So let's see. Oh, okay. No, maybe this account might be legit. It's only had one former username. It's been around since 2017. It's not private. Okay. I don't think it's Katie. Oh wait, I'm not sharing the screen, am I? Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry. It's been a long weekend. There you go. I'm sorry. This is the post I was reading from. That's what we mommy sleuths call reverse Uno. 3 female journalists are literally spending their careers trying to discredit small business owners that are working independently because we are a threat to their industry. The ability to do the things you're doing is what's a threat to their industry. It's not you exactly. I mean, besides, there's room for everyone. You know, nobody turns to just one source for any reporting. They turn to multiple sources, if for no other reason, just so that they can just keep reading about it, you know? So, I mean, there's room for everyone. This is true. Absolutely, they can't control the narrative anymore. You're right. People, okay, and this goes to everything, not even just with narrative itself, but if you're talking about a subject truthfully and honestly and factually with all the information you know and you're putting it out there, all it takes is for one Katie Joy to come along and start a hate campaign against you to discredit everything you're saying. So you're right. She's right. You don't get to control the narrative, not even when it's truthful. Because it's really the person with the loudest mouth that gets to control it. And she knows that. Only she's not a good steward of this power. She's a profiting steward, in my opinion. Oh my God, it's stupid. I'm confused as to why mommy sleuth is being used as a pejorative, very unpro women like and likes to tout. Extremely misogynistic of Stephanie. How is that misogynistic? Calling someone a mommy sleuth just signifies someone who isn't employed by an institution and they're not working on behalf of that institution. They're sitting in their home and they're reporting on shit. I don't think it's an insult at all, especially if it's true. Anyway, oh, I missed this one. All right, I'm going to share one more screenshot, and then I think I'm going to wrap this up because it's getting a little late, and I'm tired. I'm going to go to work. But I wanted to just come on and talk about this, and do a live stream, and say hi to everyone, check in. And yeah, I'm going to try and break this up into a shorter clip, though, I think, and also publish that. But here's the last screenshot. Let me get on the right tab. Okay. I think that this is underneath Stephanie's husband's comment. And someone says, dude, no one is encouraging attacks, but your wife basically insulted the intelligence of women who don't side with Blake Lively. Like, we can't read court documents. She thinks that we're being led astray by content creators. That if we side more with Justin, we must be vile. CONMK watchers. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. We are not. I am a liberal woman, a wife, a mom of 2 young women, one with autism, and 2 young men, and I work full-time in the public school system. I am more than capable of reading, finding truth, and doing it all on my own. But sure, keep gaslighting others. Oh my God, it's like you have Katie's brain in your head. You do, you poor thing. You need to get your own brain, because these are Katie's words. They are. Someone took control of your brain. Somehow Katie took your brain. I don't know. Katie says, imagine an high school dropout, Ryan Reynolds, and he barely graduated high school, Blake Lively, trying to convince college-educated women that we don't know how to critically think. There are college-educated women everywhere who don't know how to fucking critically think. I mean, Katie herself knows this. She herself has made this claim time and again. And covering the whole anti-vax community. So yeah, that's funny that she says this in this manner now, trying to convince college-educated women that we don't know how to critically think. Wow, that's exactly what you did. Which I agreed with her then, but still. But like now, what is more misogynistic or anti-feminist than someone just someone minimizing Blake Lively so much, just basically wearing her down to being nothing more than whether or not her husband graduated high school. Your worth is directly related to whether or not your husband graduated high school, and then also whether or not you graduated high school or how well you did. But your worth is reliant on whether or not your husband graduated high school. That's not at all misogynistic or anti-feminist, because that's some fucked up shit, if you ask me. That's not as fucked up as, exploiting your son's autism, alleged autism, but still, it's still fucked up. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I already read those. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. Let me go back to chat here for a minute before I do. Oh my God. Thank you, Fayette, for the gifted memberships. Oh my God. Let me read those. Okay. So, Fayette gifted. Wait. Let me check this real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay. Nope. Okay. Good. So, Fayette gifted 10 memberships, and those who were gifted a membership are Skate Positive, Kel Bell, Peaches, Animal Lover 555, Robin Becker, oh no, Melon, Gracella, Yu's mom, A. Marie, and Tiffany Hoff. Yay! Thank you, Fayette. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read that article. Yeah, that's the only doubt. I mean, I get why, and I understand Stephanie responding to this harassment and backlash or whatever she's receiving at the hands of Katie, at the encouragement of Katie, rather, and at the hands of Katie. I understand it. I think we all can understand it. But then the downfall to that is that you positively reinforce her to continue with this behavior because you gave her exactly what it is she wanted. Attention. You made her relevant. You made her appear to be someone who holds space in your head. And now she gets to go and brag about that. And she will. That's the only thing that sucks about it. But I understand. And we've all done it. I think we've all of us here have done it to some degree. Absolutely. I know I have. So. But okay, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for being here, everyone. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And happy St. Patrick's Day. In 2 minutes, it'll be St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who celebrate. And yeah. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.